Nope, we're good. Honey, it's time. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Ark of War Season 3 Galactic Battle Playoffs Round of 8. I'm your host, and I like doing my booming voice during introductions. Alright, boys and girls, tonight we got WoW and SSS, and then we've got UMC and ZHW. Alright. We know some players in WoW. We know some players in ZHW. So we are going to be rooting for WoW and ZHW. And that's that. Okay? High excitement. We should probably share the stream around. Get as many of us nerds in here as possible. Let's see if that works. Oh, there we go. We're spamming away. Alright. So the Galactic Battle is just kicked off. We are just a few minutes in. And SSS is already sending. I am not going to say SSS over and over tonight. That is going to get super annoying. So we got to come up with a name for them. S's. Alright. Shannon, what's up, buddy? Okay, I'm excited. So we're going to have to check line here in a minute and see what WoW's doing. We're going to be rooting for Gan tonight. Gan was talking. Gan showed up to our game and he made it rain on us, so we're gonna do the same. Alright. Let's see. I think tonight we'll have Al Qasim and ZHW playing. Oh, we don't know who that is. Who's this guy? 121 million. Jeez. That is big. That might be the second biggest player in the game. I don't know for sure. I'm sure somebody else does, though. If anyone knows if that's the second biggest player in the game, point it out. Point it out. Go WoW! Yeah, let's hear for WoW! Wow, Doug! Where's Doug at? Where are the Doug fans at? You think we'll get a replay from Doug tonight, guys? Doug's a socialite. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a good replay out of him. We'll see. We shall see. We're spamming the chats. Oh man, high excitement. High excitement. Second biggest. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, I was kind of hoping someone would just immediately jump. Oh, we did get a jump. Okay. They are going right past the stronghold? What's going on here? Am I looking at this backwards? I am looking at it backwards. UMC did make the jump. They went right to the stronghold. That means we got troops in. We do. And there's points on the board. There are points on the board. And what we see here is obvious plasma bombs, but that Stella is going to be baiting in a clearing march. And then they're going to try and jump. So with the 2 plasmas in front, they've got 20 seconds to see the incoming march. And then they'll be able to either pull the Stella and counter march, or give up points. But something tells me they're not going to be giving up points. So hopefully, someone from ZHW sees what's going on. They see the point opportunity there, and they get in here and hit that Stella. Come on, come on, come on. A little bit of tier suppression, or just even some tier 9. Bust through that Stella. Get some points on the board. Let's see. Oh, let's check guild chat, see what everyone's up to. I'll throw it in guild chat too, see if anyone wants to hop in. I wonder if Aztec's in here, if I'm live on the 65-inch panel in his living room right now. That's kind of fun. Okay. Alright, so game number 1, UMC opened up, big aggression, right to it. Oh, okay. We are looking at a, what is that, 300k? What's 482 times 600? Come on, come on, come on. 600. 289,000. I was close. 289,000 golem. Okay, so we got a 300k golem. Do we have a name for this guy? Ugh. He's got like 2 Chinese symbols and a G. Alright, we'll just call him G. Alright, so G has got a 300k golem. 300k golem. That's the guy to keep an eye on. Alright, what else do we got? So that is the 120 million guy. 300k golem is pretty big. 121 million, I would think he might have a bigger commander, but getting a lot of leadership is hard, and 300k is nothing to frown at. What's up, Edgar? You are just, if you're just joining us, guys, we are in the UMC ZHL game. ZHW? Is it ZHW? Oh, God. It's ZHW. Okay. And we are looking at this man we're calling G. And he's got a 300k golem sitting there. So they're putting points on the board just saying, come at me. God, wouldn't it be great to see a bullet come into play? What if someone built a bullet? I made some videos last week. Maybe someone got the memo. That would be sweet. Alright, we got a 78 million player called 2016. Wow. 2016. Alright, that's his name. Alright. We don't know what he has yet. He hasn't shown us anything. And what was the other guy? 121 million? Alright, so G versus 2016 at the moment. But it looks like they're not making any moves. Let's see. Okay, well, we could see something cheeky. Uh-oh, here we go. Here's our first march. Watch it be bullet. Watch it be bullet. Watch it be bullet. I hope it's bullet. I'd be so happy. Uh-oh, uh-oh. We have a second person joining here. Uh-oh. We're going to call him Sign because both of his symbols look like posts or lamp posts or signposts. So we've got the first march coming. We're going to try and catch it. It doesn't refresh right. So right here it is. And plasma. Whoa, with tier 11. We have our first tier 11 on the board. You'll notice the tier 11 is Infantry Walker. That is correct. And Stella is taken out. And first points on the board. I'm pretty sure... Did he jump that battle or did he go into it? So he jumped. He took the points and left. Let's see what we just witnessed here. I'm guessing it's going to be like 20,000 points exchanged. Yeah, so congrats, they killed the Stella, then he immediately jumped so he didn't have to fight that golem. Good strategy, you know, they've got the point lead, and it forces UMC to stay on the offensive here, but no points in the other game. You know, they're already on the offensive, but they do have the point lead, and now what they need to do, the correct response, is to send Bullet with tier suppression and start hacking away at that golem. They need to send one army to take away the first strike. He pulled it. Okay. And yeah, you just keep sending waves and waves of Bullet at him and trying to get that tier suppression proc to build up a big pad, a big buffer. We have an incoming march. Incoming march. Who is it? Who is it? Is it Al Qasim? Nope. It is 2016. He is going directly for him, saying we have the point lead. and get out of our area. You got to try again. So that might have been a ranger march, and he got black holed. Usually what you'll do is you'll just put yourself like a plasma on yourself with just rangers and black hole, and hopefully they send a troop march that is worth more points than, worth more points so your black hole hits something. That's usually what people do. And we're going to take a look. So they sent one last march there to hold it for a minute longer. I'm sure they're going to take those points from those masters. Those masters aren't worth much. They're worth like, I want to say like 150 points each at most, maybe 30 points. So nothing big, but ZHW does open with the point lead, and we have an X in slot 1. X in slot 1, that's a lot of points. That's going to get hit hard right now. What is it? Nope, he's just putting one tier 11 out there. What did we just witness? I'm sure that tier 11 did not get first strike. So that X probably won. So he pulled the X. The X was pulled, and so was the other march. And the way they pull a march is they actually just warp right next to the spot next to him. It just costs 1,000 gold. Better to pay 1,000 gold than give away a bunch of points and a bunch of your troops. So that's what's going on here. This is the early game. They were trying to do a point trade. UMC put those points out to bait them in, and they got caught. I don't know why they got caught. That was really dumb, especially this late in the game, especially because they showed tier 11. You're gonna see, yeah, you can get it at low levels. You just have to get the items during the event. A lot of alts accounts get them because the items aren't that bad to get. But he's talking about the Diablo Hall. But yeah, so anyway, they made a huge blunder, man. They ZHW has the point lead. Ooh, that's not a good idea. That is not a good idea. I would not put... Oh, he pulled it already. Yeah. Ooh, no, he was just clearing with it. Was he clearing with it? What just happened there? Let's see what happened here. Alright. Let's jump back. Reset. Why is that? Oh, they're free. Yay! Gaining some power. Okay, great. Let's jump back into here. Reset it, and 1890. So the points are real close, but you know what? It doesn't matter if you're up by 1 point or 100,000 points. If you have the point lead, all you have to do is defend. The other team has to beat you in points. So no points in the garrison. So they're putting armies in, and once they're there, you have to leave them there for 2 minutes. Otherwise, you have to pay gold or push the warp button to pull your army out. So that's what's going on right now. They are playing a game of cat and mouse. UMC made the first blunder. They gave away points, and now they're messing around. And, you know, I think the reason that, what are we calling him, 2016 showed the tier 11 was to hopefully discourage the opponents and say, hey, I've got tier 11 already, even though it came out yesterday. So, I doubt that's going to discourage them. If anything, it just tells them what they're up against. And if you knew what it was like to battle, you know, tier 6 versus tier 7 or tier 9 versus tier 10, imagine tier 11 is just as more powerful over tier 10 than tier was over tier 9. So that is a scary, scary situation to deal with. They got to play smart moving forward. So, all right, they've got their first weenie in there. If you hear me use the term weenie and you're not familiar, a weenie commander is a level 1 commander or less than level 20 commander that can go into a fight and die, and it only takes a few minutes to heal or none at all, so you don't have to pay gold. And they're a placeholder. If you put a weenie in a garrison, there we go, we got another attack coming in. They're trying to clear UMC out of there. They're probably just sending rangers to hopefully beat whatever a ranger march or a ranger garrison with black holes. And we'll see. Oh, and he got popped out. So you never know. When someone gets hit like that, we don't see that battle. And it's very possible that they sent a full march and they got black holed and fell behind on points. And since we can't see the points live and I have to refresh, you'll just see me checking that occasionally, so we'll do that right now. There's some points there, but so the reason people use masters is masters are a tier 5 troop, and if you have 20% tier suppression or 25% tier suppression, so 10% from the Death Knight or the Black Knight, 10% from the 2-piece Libra, and 6% from the ship, you have 26% total. And then when you fight tier 5 against tier 1 rangers, and rangers are worth no points, you multiply the difference, which is 4 tiers times the 26%, which is over 100%, and that means that tier 5 will not take damage from tier 1. The problem with only sending masters is that you don't have troops in the back row. You should bring rangers to the back row, because one master doesn't do enough damage to kill, let's say, 60,000 infantry before the time runs out. So it's always better to send rangers in the back that aren't getting tier suppression, and they do more damage to help clear the army, because you do want to clear it. So, little pointer out there for you guys. What do we have here? we have a baby arc. These baby arcs are used as blockers. They're also used as spotters. Ooh, okay. Looks like they got vision again over here. And they said, all right, well, we're on the offense. We gave away the points. Let's load this barracks up and see what they can do. So we're getting right into the action right away. That is fantastic. Uh-oh. Someone hit me up? No. Okay. Oh, we got replay action. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, man, look at that tier 11. The Eye of Greed. Yeah, we're not expecting tier 7 to hit any of this. There's a 4-tier difference. He might actually have 0 damage if he's running tier suppression gear. Tier 7 may do 0 damage. It's crazy to think that's where the game is at right now. Even tier 7 with 26% tier suppression can't even touch the new tier. That's crazy. Okay, well, we know he wins. Yeah, so right on. You know, he showed us tier 11. That's the first tier 11 I've ever seen in a battle. So that's cool. I should probably turn the sound on and watch that again. See what they sound like. In the last launch, the audio sounds were the same as previous tiers, so it wasn't even anything new. That was kind of weird. So let's see, 200,000 Stella. All right, well, that'll be a dangerous Stella. 2016 Stella. Okay. Trying to get out of this. I hate when people share Ranger replays. Come on, guys. No one wants to see Ranger replays. This Plasma, though, he scored a ton of points, so he'll have a lot of money, a lot of space dust to use in the space shop. That'll get him commander heals and troop heals and bonus defense and integral gain up, the buff that gives you more points. When you score points, it gives you more points. So let's see, what do we have? Same guy? Is this the Golem? Oh, I don't think that X bought the Golem, did it? No. Just scoring a few more points. Okay, 2016's playing smart here. That is a Plasma. I will show that there. Ooh. Should we turn the volume up? Let's get the volume up. What tier 11 infantry sounds like. Okay, so that's what we've seen. Yay. Now, if I'm correct, that's 2016. Yeah, okay, 2016 is the one with tier 11. All right. And tier 11. All right. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's get back to the game. Let's check the points real quick, and then we'll get into it. Oh yeah, you get 10 magazines for donating. So if you're in the game, donate, get your magazines. Let's do a little maintenance here while we're messing about. There we go. All right, back into it. What do we have? Still 4,600, so still some points given away, but not much. Not much at all. We still have ZHW in the lead. UMC still on the offense. And where's our boy Gan at tonight? Is Gan fighting for UMC, or is he fighting for Sin? I got to double check the line chat here in a minute. Figure out what's going on. Alright, so let's get caught up on all these arcs. Alright, that's Signs. That's 2016. He's going after that arc. I wonder what he's sending. I'm assuming right now this guy here, G, is probably switching his garrison around, like showing a tier suppression march, so that someone sends only Rangers, he can beat them with tier suppression. Then he's showing like one row of tier 10 just to, or all Rangers, so that the person will send a tier suppression march in response, or a bigger Ranger army, and then he switches back to a tier suppression. So when you're standing point there, showing vision to the rest of the army, or the rest of your guild, I guess I should point that out. So because UMC is attacking, they are on this half of the map, and the map is cut down the middle right about here. There's a fog of war between this tile and that tile, and it runs across the board like this. So if you see me highlighting those tiles,
the guys on the bottom end see this half of the board, and the guys on the top end, they see above it on this half of the board. In order to get vision, you have to go to their side. In order to send to that stronghold, you have to have vision, and that's what G is doing here. He's revealing vision, and he got popped, so he is out. And when you get hit, and your arc gets unstable, they call it, it ports you back to your side, and all your buddies that were garrisoning you, it all goes back to them, and then now if they were already marching, they get to go back. About the Diablo Hall, no, not really. I mean, what I like about Diablo Hall is it's got the 50% marching speed, and it's got the collection rate, so it's a good farming hall if you're just sending out to tiles far away, and the marching speed's nice. I like Apocalypse because the stats are better all around, and the 6% tier suppression you get from the Diablo Hall is nice if you have high tier. But 6% is really not that much. I mean, you can get a quick 16% just from gear, so it's okay. It's not a bad haul. It's definitely worth getting. Everyone should get it. It's not hard to get. I don't know about upgrading it all the way. I think Apocalypse Halls are the one you upgrade all the way, because at the highest end of the game, the guys with tier 11 are going to be fighting in these halls right here. G is probably not going to change his haul because he has, if he has tier 11, he knows he's going against somebody with tier 11, and tier suppression doesn't work on tier 11 versus tier 11. So that's what we have here. Usually they send a second ship so that if one gets popped, the other guy can immediately gold jump back next to the other guy, because otherwise you got to pay to go all the way back. But I don't see another ship. So he is he's not taking points. They're just trading Rangers for Rangers, and he's doing a good job of not giving up points and holding the line. So 121 million. I'm guessing he's probably keeping his golem on his hull with 121,000 or 300,000 leadership. We saw his golem earlier, and that's what's going on here. So he is changing his hull constantly, and that's why he's getting scouted again. So once you get scouted, you wait for the scout to come back, and then the scout, whatever, like if it says you're being scouted and you change your hull, when the scout arrives back at your opponent, whatever the garrison was at the second before they read the report, not when the scout hits you, but the moment right when they get the report, whatever your current garrison is, that's what they'll see. So yeah, that's why when you do get scouted, you wait for the scout to go back to that person, or you kind of time it, and then you immediately change your garrison to something that either beats the march or black holes it or whatever. But here we go. All right, so G's golem is back in the stronghold. That means he's got something big at home. Maybe he's giving up points by using a high-tier army and just taking black holes to the face. That could be what's going on. That could certainly be what's going on. Let's see. Let's see. I got to keep on top of my chat here. Okay. 152 million player in the other battle. Do we have a name for that guy? God. We got G, which is 120 million. Who is this? 2016, 78 million. All right. And we haven't seen his main commander, I don't think, yet. We did see a decent Stella, but it wasn't his. It was someone else's on the other team. Okay, Corrido has a 100k Rogers. We like Corrido. We're rooting for Corrido as well, even though he's on UMC. That's probably not his main. It's a big 100k, but you never know with these in-game players. Oh, he's right back in it. So he may have gotten a hit there. I know there's a thing you can do. I've never actually done it. So if you know someone's going to hit you really hard and you're just going to take the hit, what you do is you get out of your arc in this view, and you can target the location next to you. And if you do get warped, by leaving it targeted, you can choose to warp back to it. You'll see like unstable arc issue, whatever, but if you're on the map still, you can just click warp and it'll bring you right back no matter where you got teleported. So that might be why he keeps surviving. He may be getting hit, but just speed healing his meat wall and just bouncing right back in. That's probably the better way to do it. It's hard to tell because you can't see it from his point of view. Oh, so he probably jumps right back. Oh, someone else is moving up there. He's moving up there, but he doesn't have vision. What's going on here? Aha, there he is. So they did have a spotter arc. The map isn't very good in this game. Uh-oh, someone's clearing. Yep, tier 11 clear. And he's going to clear all the way till... They're sending too many weenies. I like the I like the participation from UMC, but the idea is that each weenie is 10 seconds. So when this guy fights with his Stella, he'll have 30 seconds until this Rogers fights, and then 30 seconds until this Flare fights. So they're doing 3 weenies between. I mean, that's okay. I think 20 or 2 is enough, but that's okay. Whatever. We'll see what happens as the game gets on. People get real excited early on. They kind of overdo things, but yeah, we still have 2016 clearing again with his Plasma. Sending Plasma with 1 Trooper slot's pretty safe, especially because it's tier 11. Even if someone does come in and hit him really hard, he's probably still going to score points. Maybe tier 11 airships wouldn't die. Definitely tier 11 airships wouldn't die from just 1 tier 11. It'd take a few more than that. So if someone has tier 11 airships, which I've seen them, I know they exist, they might be able to score on that Plasma. And those tier 11 troops are probably worth quite a bit. I'm guessing 50,000 each. Yeah, because that's what a tier 10 airship is worth, 50,000. So tier 11 infantry is probably worth 50,000 or maybe 75,000. Anyway, we'll see soon enough. Going back to the score screen here, 7,000 points. So ZHW is scoring points. 7,000 is a lot more than 1,500. It's still not a high tier troop worth of damage yet, but it's still giving them breathing room to use like a tier 5 suppression march, you know, and not worry about losing the lead, because even though it's a few thousand, there's still some room there to play around. If it's only a few hundred though, gotta be a little careful. But right now they're getting more and more room, more of a padding or a buffer, and this arc here is still showing. So yeah, it looks like UMC is coming right in for it. So there's no messing about here. They're going for it. Sometimes you see guilds saying, "I'm not going to overcommit to this. It's too expensive, and the rewards aren't very good." But they're all coming in. They're giving it a serious effort. So let's see what they do. Is he clearing again? No. He did reset it, so we're back to 59 minutes. And let's see who's jumped in. We got Signs. He's been here. 56 million. We've got 61 million. And looks like they're trying to go for 2 at once. Okay, so going for 2 at once is kind of a weird scenario. It's as an attacker, it's better to try to go for 2 at once and make your opponents get confused. Sometimes it's only one guy defending, and he actually claims like, "Hey, I'm the only one defending, no one march." That way, no one makes any mistakes. But it's hard for him to watch 2 at a time. So that could be what they're doing. All right, we're gonna jump out of this game because those are slow marches. The marches go slower when you're going into the fog. That's why they're taking forever. And let's see, WoW's game. Let's see if they're up to. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there we go. I had the wrong arc there for a second. Ooh, okay, some hulls have been hit. So we haven't started seeing any gold jump hitting, any massacre attacking going on. And we do expect to see it in the playoffs. People just jumping square to square to square and just full marching, speed marching the hull right next to them to try to massacre, because massacre scores points in galactic battle. It doesn't score points on kill event. That discourages people from zeroing other players. There's 153 million. But yeah, it does score points in the GB. So 153 million. That's our guy there. Do we have a name for him? Oh boy. 4 Chinese symbols. Well, we're going to call him Mr. 153 unless someone wants to throw that in the translator for me and tell me what that is. If you throw it in a translator, usually they'll give you some kind of an English word. Alright, and do we have anyone sitting in strongholds here? Nope. And there's no points scored, so this game is taking a few minutes to get started. Some hits have been exchanged, but no points. So, yeah. Alright, so let's jump back to the other game here. You know what we didn't do? We didn't check to see if there was any shared replays. Let's check that one more time. And there are shared replays. Okay, let's see what we're seeing. Obviously, the Ranger battles, I apologize in advance. Come on, come on, come on. The guy that shared this lost. Is that right? The guy that shared this lost? Oh my god. Okay, guys. You see this fancy little purple ring around my name? The reason you get that is when you share a replay and people give you medals at the end of it like that in the playoffs, the more you get, the more rewards you get, and it's in the form of those cosmetic avatars. If you share a replay and you lose the replay, even if you're the one who shares it, the person who wins the replay gets all the medals. And that guy shared a losing replay, giving all the medals to his opponent. Oh, wow, this game's picking up. Okay, so yeah, don't be that guy. I call that the Zukon. He did that in one of our GPs. Bad move. Okay, we've got G's Golem in here and a bunch of weenies. You'll see a bunch of weenies there buying that Golem time to decide if he wants to pull out, which is probably what he's going to do. He's just kind of feigning there. 200k Stella for 2016. We did see it, Josh. We just saw a couple of them. They're in the world replay. And we even listened to them to see if there's any new sound. And it looks like there is, so that's exciting. Alright, so we got Signs versus G here. These are new replays we haven't seen yet. Ooh, see? Should have used Bullet. Could have scored big. Not really. A 5k Bullet will kill one of those ships, but still. Doesn't give up any points. Alright, alright, alright. Done, done. Hey, alright! The Rangers score the victory! Yeah, score one for the Rangers. Okay, that's funny. Alright. We've got to find Gan. We got to make it rain on Gan when he shares a good replay. And the next replay, what do we got? The X versus the X. Oh, the X. Such a good hero, but the fact that her Mysterious Wind ability is only 40% and Stella's is 60%. I like her other ability, Bloodlust. When she kills a slot, she attacks again. That's a cool little double strike, and it probably pays off in more fights than Stella's second Mysterious Wind, but it's hard to say. You know, you put that Armageddon Haul and get that extra 10% skill proc rate, and knowing the skill triggers another skill, and it really adds up. So, I don't know. I like Stella better than the X, but I think there's a fair argument for both, especially if you're one-shotting slots. So, alright, UMC is making their move again. Is that Golem up yet? Or is that Golem out? Are we doing the 1 tier 11 march? Whoa! 71 tier 10. See, that surprises me. So he did clear. The Golem was pulled. Did not fight the Plasma. But to have that many tier 10, you know, which could be evolved and sped up, even though they came out yesterday, I'm surprised he didn't convert them yet to tier 11. Wait a minute, was that the same guy? Uh-oh, there's G. Alright, so G is in the 2 formation. I'm not sure why. Ah, that's why. Okay. So, Golem put a second Ranger in the 4th slot. Instead of just doing Ranger, Troops, Ranger, he put a troop in the 1 slot because of a lot of commanders have Geminis or double hits. So if Gemini hits, he never even gets to attack with his airship. So if he knows he is going to not have the first strike, it's better to put the troops in slot 2. But what you should do is send a weenie first, because once a defender successfully defends, in their next defense, they do not get to attack first. And I expect G to know that this late in the game. So I don't know what he was marching against. I didn't see it. But anyway, we'll keep an eye out for that. Let's see if they send a weenie march to take the hit. And so anyway, that has been reset. Action comes back over to the east side. We got 3 weenies left here that are being cleared out by probably that T11 march. Nope, just Rangers. Okay. 2016 and Signs still fighting out. Just 2 guys fighting for ZHW right now. And what do we got here? Looks like he pulled something. We don't know what he pulled. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. He was attacking the ship. We were attacking the ship. Okay. I wonder if we're missing any more replays. Let's see. Yes, there is a new one. That's a new player, UMC Butt Cheeks, because it's an upside down Y. It looks like butt cheeks. That's a tier suppression march. And tier 7 versus tier 1 should be no problem there. The problem is, though, he doesn't have enough troops. He should have put Rangers on the backside. Now, I know that Stella's Awakening will kill the troops on the backside, but at least it's worth putting them there, because watch. This replay can go forever. Let's see if they even kill them all. I bet he doesn't, because that would take 190 at 10,000. He needs to attack 36 times to kill them all. Does he attack 36 times? He doesn't. Doesn't even make it down. Oh, just over half. Wow. Wow. So, who won? I don't know. They both lose. That was stupid. That's why you send more Rangers with your suppression marches in the back. It doesn't cost anything to throw Rangers in there, guys. It gives them a little bit of sand, but then you get stupid battles like that where you don't get a clear victor. I forget how it works. Like, if you are the defender... If you were the defender and it's your... I don't know. There's a rule to it. I never really cared too much because I always try to avoid it. Alright, let's see. Alright, so they are... yeah, UMC's still pushing the offensive here. They're sending weenies. ZHW still holding it down. They've got that nice point lead. They tried to... ZHW is... they're trying... I'm sorry. UMC is trying to bait ZHW into sending a big march again. But I'll be honest, if UMC doesn't have tier 11, and we know ZHW does, even if they do send a march, that is going to be a one-sided battle. I expect tier 11 to win handedly, unless they get incredibly unlucky. It doesn't have to be incredibly unlucky. I mean, there's plenty of commanders, if they don't send a full march, like, you know, if they only send a half march or a small march, you could get one shot by a Stella or a Golem, but the advantage should go to the higher tier. So, okay. What do we got here? We got the Spotter Arc still taking hits. Still there. I think they're just doing the thing where you get hit and gold warp back. I wish I could show that in a replay, but alas, I cannot. Alright, there's the Neko with butt cheeks. Uh-oh. We lost an arc. And we've got Plasma. Okay. Is that butt cheeks Plasma? It is. No, it's not. Okay. Alright, that's a new guy. Someone new for UMC. Okay. While watching a stream, you cannot perform this. Okay. 1 second here. We're going to pause the stream and do something personal I don't want to show on the stream. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Oh, are we back? Yes, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. I had to check some stuff. I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything. And we're still waiting on Doug. Where's Doug at? Let's go back to his game and see if he's in there. Come on, Doug. Doug is one of our ARC friends. Oh. Hey, someone gave up 4 points. Still, it's almost 10,000 to 1 now, so... Here we go. The battle continues. SSS is moving in. And WoW is just kind of holding their ground. 87 million, man. We got some big players on today. 111 million. Doug, what happened, man? Are you getting back in there? What's going on? Look at these guys. They got everyone in the guild over there. Are you allowed to join, or are they not letting you in? Talk to me, Doug. Oh, there's a stream delay, huh? Alright, we're gonna jump out here. We're gonna clear that in case it drives anyone crazy like it does me. And we'll get rid of that too. Alright, all done. Let's go back into the stream. Looks like there's about a 10-second delay on the stream. 20-second delay. Alright, back into the ZHW game. ZHW, is Al Kassim fighting tonight? I think Al Kassim's fighting tonight. Okay. Looks like our boy G is going for the stronghold again. Is he sending anything? Nah, he's sending that 30k plasma. Just Rangers. And look at, they're sending us scouts. They're still trying to clear them. They're focusing on the arcs right now. And the spotter arc is still there. I would just be sending weenies at this guy non-stop. I mean, you want your opponents attacking because they're the ones who have to attack, but at the same time, you don't want to make it easy for them. They have to attack, so make it as hard as you can for them. Keep sending weenies at this guy non-stop. Just keep trying to port that arc, make them work. If they're like dual boxing, running 2 accounts at once, just keep sending them. Keep making them think twice. Keep changing it up. Wow, UMC brought the guns. Look at this. Let's see, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 20. Alright, let's see if there's any new replays that popped in since we've been gone. Oh yeah, we got a few. But since we know no major points have been traded, probably nothing too exciting. Let's take a look at the last one. Yep, just that tier 7. Should have put Rangers in the back, guys. Come on. Alright, so what do they need to do? Well, ZHW has the lead. All they have to do is keep doing what they're doing. Keep pestering the opponents that are attacking. Keep pestering the arcs on their side. Make sure those strongholds don't get under 50 minutes. If they get under 50 minutes, then you have to decide how you want to clear them. And sometimes you got to use points to clear. Most of the time, you can't just do it with Rangers. And then when that happens, UMC is going to have to counter the march in time. So right now they're putting out some tier 5. And basically what that does is, because he's using tier 5 masters with tier suppression, the only way to beat that is to send points, or with Golem, or sorry, Bullet. Bullet Maruko can beat that. And it doesn't look like they're using Bullet. And it doesn't even take a big bullet, guys. I mean, seriously, like 500 leadership would be more than enough to clear those masters. But, of course, there's that plasma in the way, so let's see. Yeah. Oh. Uh-oh. What are we doing? There we go. There's a tier 10 march. He is clearing now, so they're going to try and counter that march and try to score the points. But it's a plasma. It's hard to score points on. A good way to counter that march is airships. One tier 10 does not blow up a tier 10 airship. So if you have tier 10 airships, speed march it in. Let's see if we can catch someone speed marching in. Yep, there's a march. And it's only 57 minutes, so they don't need to hold it. They're just trying to score. And if they do kill those tier 10, that's a good score. So he pulled. Yep, so he pulled. See, this is what happens when you have too many weenies in the stronghold. They didn't need to have that many weenies. And because there were so many weenies, G's march didn't have a time to attack before that plasma got to pull. So, nice try, UMC, but you gotta tighten up your weenie game. You only send 1 or 2 weenies, maybe 3, but make sure your third weenie sender is ready to arc or to jump and pull at any moment. And yeah, otherwise he could have scored big there with that golem, and he didn't get to. So, and that could have put him in that lead. All he needs to do is kill one of those tier 10, and that is plenty of points to get closer. Uh-oh, Thunder Ray. Thunder Ray sucks. Boo! Boo! Worst commander in the game. What'd you get, Doug? Doug, did you get a replay in? I'll go back to yours. Let's see. Let's go check Doug's game. Oh! No, wait, never mind. Okay, I thought points were exchanged. Doug. Hey, Doug's on the board. All right, let's go give Doug some points. Nice. 35k Rogers, overkilling it. Very nice. And he gets the W. Way to go, Doug. Way to not give up any points either. Good man. All right, how far are we going? Not too far. We're not going too far, Doug. Not yet. Not yet. I got to make it rain on Gan, even though he's probably maxed out. You know, players like him probably don't need it, but oh well. We'll give it to Doug. Doug needs it. Doug, what level is your avatar at? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Do you have the purple one yet, or are you still bronze? Yeah, there we go. We'll leave that there for now. We can always come back later. There we go. Hooking Doug up. Ah, even more replays. Alright, good man. So still... Okay, so it looks like SSS is sending Rangers only. And we do have a potential point blast. Oh, shit. Okay, so 50-50-50 versus 10-14-15. I'm taking Plasma on this one. I'm taking Plasma all day to score on that Stella. Plasma is going to score big on that. 10-14-15 versus 50-50-50. Oh, Stella's going to win, but who scores more? Oh, 30. 30. And Stella killed him, so it is official. WoW has taken the lead. We just saw it. We just saw it. Were we right? No, we were wrong. Oh, wait. Of course, WoW. Yeah, no, SSS took the lead because Plasma Bomb killed Stella troops. Yeah, so we saw it live. Okay. Dang. So SSS has the lead. That was a really smart Plasma play. That was a really stupid Stella March. That was a stupid Stella March. He should not have done that. Yeah, that wasn't very smart. What was he thinking? Not smart. Not their best play. Yeah, bummer. Bummer, man. That was, I mean, who leaves a Stella in there, dude? Who leaves a Stella with 3 slots full with nothing to gain and only thing to lose? I mean, that Plasma March is a perfect counter. I mean, the only better counter to that would have been maybe a 1-slot Hoodoo. I mean, but even then, like, unless you knew Hoodoo was getting first strike, Plasma was still a better March. So, hey, well played. SSS takes that lead, and I expect SSS to leave now. There's no point in staying. They've got a huge lead. Yeah, SSS is pulling out. So SSS is gone. These arcs are going to get hit, and all these marches that are coming in are just residual marches that had already happened before the point trade. So let's take a look here. Yeah, ZHW is increasing their lead, and SSS has taken a commanding 70,000 point lead. 70,000 points, you can really play around with higher tier for tier suppression as well. So man, sucks to be WoW right now. Getting the lead back in the round of 8 is not going to be cheap. That is going to be painful. Okay, so let's jump in, and we're going to check the WoW game one more time just to make sure we're right here. Our prediction is that SSS is going to bail and let WoW come to them. Oh, wow, they went straight for the garrison. That's funny. That forces them to make a move. If you put troops there, they've got to clear it. 20,000 Stella is nothing, no problem at this level, though, so that's going to get taken care of. I'm sorry, is that... Yeah, okay. No, WoW's still holding it from all the weenies. These are just weenies coming in that were sent earlier. Ah! There we go. Okay, so still some residual weenies coming in. And WoW is not defending that. No one's sending to it. So what do we expect? Well, in this game, in the next 10-20 minutes or so, we'll expect WoW to either start gold jumping and trying to zero arcs to score points by zeroing, or they're just going to move in and try to take a stronghold and bait in a bigger march. So that was really bad by WoW, man. That was a dumb march to give away. 50 per slot Stella, 1 row. Of course you're going to get Plasma. I mean, come on, dude. Really poor play. That was dumb. Yeah. All right. Let's see if they shared that replay. I'm sure there's no. You know, they didn't share that replay because Stella won the replay and she gave away a shit ton of points. That is embarrassing. So we're not going to be able to see that replay. I'll give you a play-by-play. Stella got first strike. She procced Wings of Eternity. She killed the tier 10 from Plasma. The Plasma Bomb exploded and killed 10 of her tier 10 per slot. So she took 30 deaths and he took 10, and then the Wings of Eternity hit again and it killed Plasma before the second slots even attacked. That's what happened. Okay, now this game is dead for a little bit. I want to double check and make sure they're not sending a big march here, just like as a fuck you, like, we got you now. And it's gonna land. It's gonna land. It's gonna be a weenie, watch. Ooh, Aruko. Oh, it's a weenie. Okay. All right, let's jump back to the other game. Okay, that was for giving Doug points. And let's see what ZHW is up to. 13,000. Still not a big game there. Still fighting it out. Still not a tier 10 troop has died, I don't think. I do not think. Oh, here we go. Here's the action on the right-hand side. Yeah, look at that bullet. Oh, what's up? That's General So right there. General So. Using bullet. Let's get some bullet replays up in here. Oh, Carito with the bullet. Oh, man. These guys know what's up. These are very high-level players. When you see people using bullet like that, you know, they know what's up. They know this game. They stay on top of things. Okay, so it looks like that... Oh, that golem is there. He's got 2 weenies in front. And that's a really good plasma to have in front there because it stops bullet. It stops bullet. Unless bullet gets a really nice... whatchamacallit, ghost cannon. But more importantly, this golem's going to have first strike, so you want to clear the plasma, jump, and then resend, and then send again to get first strike on that golem. And I hope I'm not saying that too fast, but essentially because this golem has not attacked yet, when it's his turn, he is going to get first strike. So what you want to do is face him, intentionally lose. Oh, here comes the tier 11 march. So that's what we're going to see. We're going to expect him to kill the first 2, and then jump now. He will jump now. He will jump now, and that golem should not end up fighting this plasma. He might. And he is. He's going to let him, and he's going to bait him in. Oh, God. This golem is not going to have first strike because he just lost it fighting the tier 11. But that's not good. He's gonna wreck him. If he gets an awakening... Oh, no. 110. 110. How many troops just traded hands? Oh, God. I think UMC just took a huge lead. I think UMC just scored big. Because I think Awakening went off, gave him the first strike. Oh, man. Yeah, UMC scored big. So they're going to probably share that replay because he won. And what ends up happening is the golem doesn't get the first strike. The defending golem did not get the first strike. The other golem did. And he probably hit the Awakening, killing the Rangers in slots 1, 2, and 3. And hitting the troops in 4. But the troops in 4... Is that right? No, that's not right. He would have been first strike. Yeah. So the defending golem had first strike, or had second strike, but he hit hard. He hit really hard. Let's watch and see what happens. I kind of got lost in my head there. All right, yeah, some bullet replays. Get it? Bullet's so good. This is a weenie. He's just beating on a weenie right now. But no Fab November, no beating on weenies. But we'll watch this one anyway. Okay, that was nice. Ooh, level 58 Ghost Cannon. Holy shit, putting me to shame, son. Level 58 Ghost Cannon. Hell, man, eat a few more commanders. Take him up. Take him up. All the way up, because 3,300 leadership, level 30 skill, you will kill a tier 10 airship, so you're good there. You don't have to take him up unless you want to hit harder, but very nice. Very handsome bullet. Very handsome. And there you go. Bam. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Do we get to see that golem replay? No, we don't. That is too bad, man. Wish I could remember what that was. It was tier 11 in 1 row, 1 slot, 1 row, 1 of each. He fought the golem, and he lost, but he took away the golem's first strike. Then the defending golem had, what, 300 units per slot? 300 in slot 1? Good night, Edgar. We'll catch you later. I'll put the stream up later if you want to chime in and see any interesting points. I'll try to make a point to say when interesting things happen if they do. That was one of the most interesting things. I'd like to see that replay. But anyway, so going back to that play, that attacking golem had troops in the back row. Normally you run troops in the back row against walker commanders, not against golems. So the attacking player's ranger in slot 1 attacks. Nothing happens. Defending player attacks Awakenings and hits the troop in slot 1. The Awakening hits the rest, and then on the attacking player's next turn, he attacks with that march of tier 10 and gets a full blast on that golem, but it wasn't enough because on the other guy's next turn he destroyed the attacker. So that's where the points came from. I'd like to see that replay. That was a stupid march, man. He had first strike. He didn't realize he had first strike. That's the problem. The attacker should have sent all those troops in slot 1, not slot 4. So whoever did that, that's because you're a baddie. You should have known if you had that guy if you knew G was sending, or 2016 was sending that tier 11, you should have marched behind him with troops in slot 1, but you done goofed, and now your team is on the offensive in the round of A playoffs against some of the best players in this game. So congrats to UMC, got a real lucky break there. Man, that is a blunder, and that is why you have to have Discord. You've got to communicate. Absolutely have to communicate. That is bad news. Bad news. So there's a shift of tide here. There is a change of possession, if you will. So now that ZHW has to go on the offense, they're going to decide how they want to do that. In the meantime, let's go check out the other replay, or the other game, and see what they're up to. I'll clear these so no one has to deal with their OCD. And that one. That one? There we go. Okay. I probably need to... Are all my commanders out? Nah, we'll get around to that later. Okay. Back into the stream. Let's go check on WoW's game. There was a change of possession here as well. And I believe SSS had the lead. I should have double-checked that. Shit. Alright, going back out just to jump back in. And it was... No, WoW is down. S is... Man! What the hell, guys? So, we're rooting for WoW, and we're rooting for ZHW. That's our team, guys. We got to root for somebody. They're the home team. And they fell behind in points. ZHW was doing fine. That tier 11 march probably set him back a little bit, but that golem saw it and probably said, I'll stay and take the points. And the other golem showed up to wreck him, which I don't even know if he could have. He didn't have enough troops, but now they're behind. So now they're behind big time. So UMC has the lead. ZHW's got to catch up. SSS has the lead. And WoW has to go on the offense. So SSS is in the bottom. WoW is in the top. We're assuming they are going to be gold jumping and massacring. But it looks like they are hiding back here. Not necessarily hiding, but they're a little grouped up. And, oh, you know, that kind of looks like a bunch of people may have quit temporarily. Just if someone starts gold jumping around the field, it's better to just leave the battlefield and avoid getting massacred. You don't want to pull a TNT and take the lead and then let your boss get massacred and totally lose the point lead for you and end up getting kicked out of the playoffs. I'm talking to you, Emperor. You know I'm talking about. Poor TNT. They were doing well, too. But, yeah, so when that happens, you got to leave the field. These guys, I'm assuming these are nothing but Rangers. If you bring an alt arc into the playoffs like this, you just know that they've already zeroed themselves intentionally. In other words, they made a march of Rangers, they filled their med bay up, and then they marched all their troops into 20 monsters or whatever to massacre the rest of them, just to make sure they don't have any tier 2 or tier 1 that are worth points. And they can bring those alts in and not worry about giving up points if they keep getting zeroed. So that's why those are there. They're not worried about giving any points away. And who's here? We got... oh, this is a new player, 91 million. God, man, 91 million. So many players near 100 million now. It's crazy. 153 million. Jeez. You know, the one thing that's great about our little guild is we're a really competitive guild. We work well. We're organized. And even though we're not all above 50 million or whatever, we're still really competitive and we get to compete with these guys. So And it's not so serious. You notice how, like, these guys have a guild that probably has 74 to 80 active members that play every day, that are on every 9 hours. They sleep and that's it. The game's always open. But in this galactic battle, they only have 10 or 12 of them, and that's because they're all told you can't come in. They don't trust you. You're not good enough. You don't have the right troops. You're not part of the plan. Just stay out. We'll win it for you. You get the rewards. You don't even have to participate. But it sucks for players that want to compete and they just haven't played the politics of the game well enough that they can't come play with the big dogs or whatever. But anyway. Alright, back to this game. Looks like we are sending resources over to this guy. He might have tier 11. He might be getting fed. Or he just owed him something from earlier. We don't know. Alright, so WoW has their Stella just sitting in there. And WoW is sitting in there. Left stronghold. WoW knows they need to attack. WoW knows they need to attack. And as of right now... Oh, here it is. This is our gold jumper. How come I didn't see that the first time around? So he was probably jumping around trying to zero people. That's probably what it was. Do we have a replay on that? Do we see how big this guy's commander is? Is it Golem? Something I haven't talked about yet, and I'll get into that now, I guess. So the best commander in the game is Rogers. He's the boss. Toe-to-toe, the only commanders that can even compete with him are Lilith and Robin. And Lilith and Robin suck compared to all the other commanders that are in the top 6 because they'll just lose on a straight-up fight. But because they have skills that stop Rogers' ability from going immune, they can compete with him. They go toe-to-toe. But they don't even have an advantage. Even though they're infantry against air, they still don't have an advantage. It's just a fair fight. So Rogers is definitely the boss. But if you want to roll a Rogers and put all your leadership into him, the problem is his skill Tyrant Cometh doesn't let him attack until every other unit on the board has attacked. So if you're going against a player that is using Plasma, or you just want to send one big march of troops so you don't risk losing a lot to a black hole or a plasma bomb, it's dangerous to send Rogers because the way you build him is very low damage, all defense. And if you get him to trigger his awakening, which he probably will, 60% chance, it's not going to hit very hard. Even if you have 800,000 leadership, it's just better to have Golem because the gear layouts, he's going to be hitting 4 times harder because he's all attack gear. And he's got a crush ability that hits double damage. Yeah, so even though Rogers is the best in the game, the best player in the game, Vera, well, the highest level player in the game, Vera, uses Golem because no one can even beat his Golem with a Rogers. But I think by the end of this series, this playoff, in the round of 4, the semifinals, if you will, we might start seeing a 300 or 400k Rogers that might be able to go toe-to-toe with Vera. But we haven't seen it yet. Not yet. If you're in the live stream and you're watching this game, hop in real quick, jump into this WoW game, and show Doug some love. Doug has been part of this Arc of War community, our little community here, for, hell, as long as I've been a part of it, longer than me. So if you got the medals and you don't know who to give them to, give them to Doug, or give them to General So, or You Lost backwards. Is he in here? I thought he shared a replay earlier. He did share a replay. Where's he at? Am I in the wrong game? That would be embarrassing. Alright, so there's Doug. Hey, Doug. Alright, rocking the butt plug haul. Is my music in the background too loud? Should I turn that down? That sound fine? There, let's turn that down a little bit. Alright, let's get back into the ZHW game. Yes, they do, Doug. They do show up on the live stream. I have them turned on. Let's give my buddy some parts. Ooh, look at those taxes. Ouch. There we go. There, that won't bug me anymore. Alright. No major change here. We'll jump in and see what ZHW's offense is looking like, what their plan is. I'm expecting gold jumps, yeah, and that looks like what's going on. Looks like they've been getting hit. Maybe they were on the other side. The burning arc seemed to stay burning a lot longer in the GB. That's why they're still burning. They may have been hit 5 or 10 minutes ago. Yeah, the ZHW has my boy You Lost. So if you want to give points in both games, give them to General So here. And Doug in the other game, that would be totally awesome. Much appreciated. Let's see it. Oh, look at that bullet. Such a handsome guy. Such a handsome bullet. We're going to need to take a break soon. Get some tea. Bing. Okay, so I wasn't sure how many games we're getting tonight. It is Wednesday, so tomorrow is also a playoff day. They usually do the playoffs on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Last week it was, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This week it looks like it's definitely just Wednesday and Thursday. And right now, what did I just get? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's for donating enough. You get those speed ups. Those are really good. So if you have the medals, you might want to save them up to get those. Here we go. So we've got ZHW and UMC on this side. And then WoW and SSS on the other side. So tomorrow night's probably going to be Chai versus NYC and CHB versus ESE. Favorites on that are obviously CHB and Vera, the defending champion. And then I think favorites on the left side is probably NYC. Those guys are big arcs, lots of players, lots of high-level players. They always do really well in the playoffs. Here's the rewards. 1 Spirit Stone for 4th place. I mean, given in top 4, you get a Spirit Stone. I mean, that's why it's like, and whoever gets the round of 3, it's just bragging rights at that point, you know? An extra 10,000 gold. What is that, 1 release 10? I mean, who cares? These prizes suck. Come on, devs. But first place gets 2 Spirit Stones. Second place only gets 1. And 100,000 gold. I mean, come on, what a joke, man. Okay, make it better. That was like the prize for the first playoffs. Alright, we'll get rid of that too, so we're not staring at it. Alright, let's jump back in. Where's the action at? Where's the action at? Well, we know WoW is jumping around trying to score. Let's see if they're still gold jumping. Oh. No. Our buddy that was over here is gone. Okay. Alright, so assuming the map is true, which is an assumption because you can never really rely on the map, then the battle is kind of resetting. So they're still changing possession here. WoW is deciding what they want to do. Maybe someone's volunteering to go over there. Maybe they're talking about it on Discord. Maybe they're really disappointed because people are just like, oh man, you know how hard it is going to be to come back from that? Because I'll tell you right now, with that big of a point lead, shit. All you got to do is use black holes, rangers, and bullet. You just keep punishing them over and over and over until they just have to send their boss, and then you just send a counter to their boss, and their boss is probably a Rogers or a Golem, and if you got a big Stella, then you should be able to score well. Yeah, so we'll see. A little bit of lull in the action here. While the action lulls, we'll jump into the other game to make sure that we're not missing anything. And then we will take a look at the quests, and we'll talk about that. And we'll see where I stand. I had a pretty lucky first replay in our game, so I got a bunch of accolades or medals, whatever you call them, and that's why I got that little purple avatar. And that is actually a playoff-long quest. Ooh, look at that handsome bullet. Very nice. Okay, so in the quests here, there's 4 quests. Quest 1 and Quest 3 are giving away medals. Quest 2 and Quest 4 are receiving medals. So 1 and 2 are for this game, 3 and 4 are for the entire tournament. So in 1, you will see that I have given away 30,000. So I'm not going to give away any in this game for now because I've already got the maximum individual gift. So by giving away more points, I get nothing. But it does enter me in the rankings. And if I score in the top, if I get first place, I get a 24-hour VIP privilege. That's shit. Right? I don't care about this. This is a junk reward. 3-hour speed up. I mean, it's nice. I'll take it, but I'm not going to go out of my way for it. Okay, and then this is the overall playoffs, giving gifts. In the playoffs, I've given away total of 254,000. So I got to get to 400,000 to get the reward, and I don't think I have enough to do it. How much do I have left? I don't know. I'd like to get the reward, though. 24-hour speed ups is nice. And then if you get in the top 32 here, you get Rita. No. Top 3 you get Rita. Well, I already have Rita, so I don't care. Gan, my dude Gan. Man, whoa, Gan's playing right now. Let's go find Gan. Oh, wait, one more quest. Let's show the last quest. Superstar. So this is receiving medals. Who's received the most? 2016 and signposts. How much you want to bet 2016 and signposts have the top 2 replays? There it is, 2016 and signposts. There they are. Oh, did I just click that? I clicked it. So yeah, he who shares first gets the most. And a little plasma battle here. Oh, not using tear suppression. 472. If he would have awakeninged, it wouldn't have been enough damage, but would have scared him a little bit. Alright, so, alright. Then we go to Superstar, the overall tournament. Who received the most? I have received 3.3 million, and I got my reward for getting 2 million, so thanks everyone. And we are number 9. That's not bad, man. That is not bad. I'm going to end up finishing in the top 32. But that is not enough to get Rita again. I would like to absorb Rita and get her again, but oh well, no big deal. Really not that great of a prize. So, hello there, unaided globe. We are going to... Let's check the battlefield real quick, see what we're missing. Looks like they're heading over to the right-hand side. So this is a standard, like a block formation. You put one arc in front of everything, and that way, if someone does make a quick gold jump over to the stronghold, they have to clear one of the arcs to actually send to this stronghold, because they won't have vision until they clear one of them. And, yeah, so they're surrounding it now, just for like a vision reason. Probably putting 1 or 2 weenies in there for a notification if it gets attacked. So yeah, there's a weenie there. So if it does get attacked, they'll know. And it's not like they won't see it eventually, but it's like a first notice. It happens instantly, and these games last for 12 hours, so sometimes it's nice to get the little notice. And what we're trying to do now is... Ooh, arc change. Oh, is that butt cheeks? That's butt cheeks. The upside down Y there. And we are looking for Gan. Where are you, Gan? Aha! There's Gan! Ooh, 141 million. Looks like that new patch is giving him a lot of opportunity to grow. My man, Gan. Let's see. Does Gan have any replays up here? Let's see, let's see. No, he does not. But if push comes to shove, I'm sure Gan will get involved. Gan is a monster. God, I wonder if I was looking at him earlier. I didn't even notice it. That'd be embarrassing. Alright, ZHW's pulling back from their stronghold. Is that 300k? No, 31k. Okay. If it was me, and I knew that was over there, I would totally send and take those points away. You don't have to send much, you know, a small tier suppression march against the plasma and take all those points and use them for the space shop. I can't show you the space shop in the live stream because I'm not in the game. But if you check my other live streams, you'll see what it's like to be inside and having the space station to choose the buffs from. But, yeah, so they're still surrounding this thing. I don't think there's an arc there. Is there an arc there? Yeah, they have a complete surround on that one. And they're kind of leaving this one open. So, letting them come to this one, if you will. But ZHW is supposed to be attacking. I don't know if they're going to. I don't know if they're going to. I'm going to pause the stream real quick and jump out and take a look at the chat. And I'll be right back. 30 seconds. Alright, stream has been resumed. Had to take care of some messages. You're welcome, Doug. I just saw that message. I hope you get more, man. You don't see how many you got until the end of the playoff. So I'll drop some knowledge real quick. These battles started at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Is that right? 8 o'clock? 7, 8. It's got to be 8. All right, so we've been doing this about an hour. At 8 o'clock, when they dropped, you have 12 hours to outscore your opponent or take their stronghold. Once you get the stronghold, you have to hold it for 2 hours without losing possession at any given time. If you get attacked, if you attack a stronghold 60, okay, if you attack a stronghold 80 times and you lose 60 or more times, you and your guild cannot attack that stronghold for 15 minutes. You get a lockout. So you have to succeed. You can't just keep sending weenies to buy time. You actually have to win fights to hold it. I've seen it once before, twice before, and it's not pretty. It's very frustrating, especially if you're coordinating a bunch of attacks. Going back to the 12-hour rule. So at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, 12 hours later, you will get a message from the server saying, congratulations, please accept your reward. You have been awarded 200-something or 200-something thousand points, and you have unlocked an avatar, Avatar 2 or Avatar 3. And you won't see anything in the mail, but you'll be able to go up to your name and just touch your name. And you'll go here, click on your name, and it'll say Change Avatar, and you'll get all these options. Now, currently, these 3 avatars, I have seen people with them, but I've received the maximum amount of points. I can no longer get avatars from playoff points. I think some of those you might get from like gold spending events and things like that. But yeah, they said in my last mail, you receive 200,000 points and you are 0 points away from the next avatar, which meant there are no avatars left. So yeah, if you have a guildmate that already has a purple icon, let them know, like, hey, don't share a winning replay. Let the rest of us get our avatars until they release more anyway. So yeah. Once that 12 hours is up, you can bring alts into the game or into your guild again. Everyone that's in the GB, if it's still going on, gets kicked out, and you have to pop your shield. Or if you're in a server that doesn't need shields, then you don't have to worry about that. But on our server, if they know you're in a GB, they just wait around in the killing fields trying to find people popping out, trying to speed march them. I mean, within seconds. Like, you know, wolves on blood, man. It's nasty on our server. Not a peaceful server. But, alright, so we're back in the ZHW game. Let's see if they've decided to go on the offensive. It looks like not, man. It looks like they are just content to do what they're doing. Let's jump into the world chat. Let's start some nonsense. Should we start talking crap? Can you tell me who's got the score from the other guy? Who's got the score? Maybe the ZHW's member that sent that Golem March isn't sharing what happened. We caught it, but ZHW may not have. And if you look at the points, you can see how many points your allies have received, and you can see how many points your enemies have received, but you cannot see how many points your allies gave away. And after that Tier 11 march from 2016, that Golem that came behind it, he really did a number on their chances of winning this, and he probably didn't share it. So if they're in this stream right now, that was the guy. Whoever sent the 186 Tier 10 Golem March right behind that Tier 11 Plasma March. Oh, man, that is so sad. So sad. All right, let's get out of this game then, and we'll jump into the WoW game? WoW game? Yeah, yeah. Ah, now I'm matching my opponent. Get out of here. Okay, let's take a look. Oh. Okay, well. WoW is supposed to be on the offensive. They have not formulated a plan yet and executed it. So they are just standing by. You never know. They may be waiting on one of their bigger players. They may just be calming down, buying time, you know, letting the battle jitters go away. You know, the first hour of these GBs are always real tense, man. You just never know what's coming. Yeah, good question, man. I will show you what Tier 11 looks like, because we have it in a replay. It's the Eye of Greed Tier 11 Infantry, and our friend from ZHW, we're calling him 2016. He showed us his Tier 11 troops. So here we go. It's the first replay on the drop-down if you want to see it. While this plays, I'm going to get a cold drink. I'll turn the sound on so you can hear him too. Sorry if it's too loud, bear with me. Do you think it's great? Support the winners of the battle. Winners, plural. Come on. Winners, plural. Okay. Let's see. Do we have the quest? We do. Okay, we're done there. Still need to give away 150,000 more. Shit. 150 or 250? 150. Okay. I think we're going to make it. I think we are going to make it. Alright, taking a look at ZHW. Alright, let's talk about the state of the game right now. UMC is in the lead. Your boy Butt Cheeks here scored big. Was it Butt Cheeks? What was that? Who parked that big golem up there? I forget. It wasn't Gan, though. There's our boy Gan. Gan, he's our, I don't know, what should we call him? He's our sweetheart? That's our guy right there? That's our Tom Brady, greatest of all time? We gotta root for Gan. Gan is replaced Sabet. If you've been on one of my streams before, we used to have a blind hard-on for Sabet just because we only recognized his name amongst all the other players. But now we know Gan. Gan's an ally. He's a buddy, and he has 141 million power. As far as I'm concerned, he's the second most powerful player in the game, but he actually interacts with the rest of us, so we like him the best. This will be Season 3, the Season of Gan. Because they're on the left side of the map, I'll show you what I mean. ZHW versus UMC. Okay, so UMC, if they win, they will go up against NYC or Chai. The winner goes to the finals. The finals is going to be between CHB and the winner of tonight's SSS or WoW game. I mean, I'm not totally counting out ESE. I know they're just like NYC. They got a massive fleet of ships, really good players, but trying to beat CHB's Golem, Vera's Golem, is 850,000, and you know he probably has 1,000 tier 11 ships now. In fact, you know what? Alright, I am going to take a risk real quick. I'm going to pause the stream so I don't show anything in personal. 1 second. Alright, we are going to resume the stream. I'm going to wait for that to kick on. Okay, so this picture came out earlier. I don't know if it's photoshopped or not. I doubt it is. I believe it's the real deal. You will recognize that name right there. That's Vera. It's like Chinese symbol next to, like, I don't know, a lolly cup, but it's sideways. And that is the tier 11 airship. And he normally fits, let's see, what is he? He has 850,000 leadership. I think it's 1666. Divided by 600. 1,400. So 1,400. So he has a max slot. 850,000 leadership. He has a max slot of tier 11. That happened within 24 hours of tier 11 coming out. So, yeah. That's on the table. Okay. So we won't be seeing those tonight. We may be seeing those tomorrow night. And yeah, so if I do the stream tomorrow night, we'll see if people are interested in doing it. Hanging out with you guys. But if people want to do it, maybe we'll jump in and take a look. See if Vera's willing to show him off. I'm sure he will. If he needs to. I'm not sure he will. Okay, where do we want to jump into? Well, we got 28 spectators in the WoW game, we got 18 spectators in the ZHW game, and we got 20 spectators in our stream. So we got lots of people here. We got at least half the people watching live streams. I wish more people would join in. I wish more people would make content. I wish more people would stream for this tiny little game that is the top 10 grosser. Did you guys ever know that if you go on the Google Play Store, this game is top 10 in gross profit? I guess the most spenders. I'm not surprised, right? Obviously, this game, people spend a fuck ton of money on this game. But yeah, there should be way more people playing, and there's not. So, I don't know. Maybe it takes a few months of people getting serious about it to actually get involved. But yeah, talk to your guildmates, tell your friends, and share the channel, share Suave's channel. Just get people talking about this game. There's so much more to it. There's so many commanders that even haven't been explored. Darurai, Exorcist, just to name 2 of them that really haven't been taken to a high level, and their skills really haven't been explored. And the translation on the skills is so bad, you really don't know what they do. And it wasn't even until like 2 months ago that we discovered what Hoodoo can do with Lurgo's Hoodoo. He has, I think, the #1 Hoodoo in the game. He started using Hoodoo, and people realized, holy shit, this guy destroys plasma, and he blows everyone up. He's the best one-slot buster in the game, next to Golem in a weird way, just a little different. My guild's name is God Chaos. I can't pronounce God, otherwise YouTube comes after me, and they say that I am, what is it called? Controversial. So my videos get flagged. They have a voice algorithm that detects everything I say. So I can drop F-bombs, but if I say God or the president's name or you know, all the obvious ones, the name of the German political party in World War II, any of those things, you just get flagged right away. It's so sensitive now. So, anywho, I learned that by making videos and getting email from YouTube saying, hey, by the way. So yeah. Okay, so we're kind of in a lull here. Looks like some people on WoW maybe are dropping off or maybe moving around. Let's see. Let's jump into world chat here. Oh, it's WoW Doug versus... Oh, wait, no. Gan is not on SSS. We don't know anyone on SSS. Uh-oh. Okay, so this guy is making it interesting. We don't have a name for him? 111 million guy? He is zeroing people. He's trying to score off zeroing people. Let's see if he hit anyone. Sweet. So WoW is making moves. They're trying to go around and massacre people. I'll say this again. If you massacre people in the galactic battle, you do score points. So right now it's 35,000 to 115,000. So they haven't scored yet. They're just hitting rangers. Or they're empty arcs. They're probably empty arcs if they're under level 19. They're just in here. They know better than to leave points on them. They know better. But just in case they don't, just in case they're making a mistake, you got to keep them honest and start hitting everything. Nope, there goes an arc. Damn, we just missed that one. I'm going to watch it on my screen to see if I can catch the tail end of it. And who was it? Oh, yeah, it popped quick. Okay, so who's this? Oh, shit. This guy does not want to get zeroed. That guy definitely has a lot of soldiers that are worth points. And I bet this guy from WoW probably knows it. Uh-oh, he's moving. He's moving. He's moving. Did he hit the warp button? Sometimes they hit the warp and just totally reset themselves and then start going down a new path. Game just, it's so hard to predict what people are doing if they're playing chaotically like that. And we don't know what he's doing. So our buddy from WoW made a hit and then disappeared. He might have taken the lead, but we may have missed it. We may have missed it. His 111 guy, where's he at? Also, what you can do is you can have another arc revealing on the same side of the map, the dark side of the map, and you can jump next to your allied arc on the same side of the map, as long as they give you vision. So, where is Mr. 111? We lost him. Let's see if they scored. Maybe they scored. We missed it. No, they didn't score yet. Alright, let's jump back in the ZHW game and see what they're up to. See if they've made any moves. I mean, what we're expecting them to do is to move a decent-sized arc, a player that's ready to scramble, switching armies back and forth, and send him down to reveal the left or the right stronghold. Since the right stronghold's covered, and you can assume that all these are empty, no points on them, they're probably going to send it down to this left side, and that's kind of what UMC is inviting them to do. Just getting out of the way too. They're going to the back wall. They say if you want to gold hit us, you gotta jump all the way to the bottom. And if I was EHW, I'd probably come and hit all these arcs, just kind of to set a precedent that if you're running multiple accounts and you're playing on your PC or whatever, that you got to keep an eye on all of them, and just to harass them a little bit. Put those troops in the med bay so they don't try to use them as weenies or whatever. Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd go hit them. And there's only two other arcs in here, so I think what's going on is that UMC's basically just told everyone, hey, we've got this for now. Everyone just leave, and we'll defend. If anything gets desperate, we'll call you guys in. But for now, everyone stay out. Don't get zeroed. Don't get hit by ZHW. And ZHW may not even have tried to start massacring and zeroing. They're just anticipating that they will, because that's a very reasonable strategy to try when something like this happens. So they just left all the empty arcs there, and 2 players to defend that are standing by. I'm not sure. Maybe 18 million. I mean, he doesn't have too much there. He probably doesn't even have tier 9 yet. And you got 1 defender. This is probably the guild leader, just keeping an eye on things, shot calling. Anyone that left has to wait 30 minutes to come back, so they're probably keeping an eye on that timer too. So, all right, well, ZHW is in a bad place. If they want to move, they want to make actions, they want to do something, they need to get down to that bottom left stronghold and just start planting big commanders with lots of rangers, and encourage players to come back and fight with rangers so that they can, basically bait them back to the battlefield so they can zero and massacre them again. They need to get the action rolling. And if they put a big enough commander, big enough Stella, or big enough just defender with rangers in that garrison, it'll force the one player here, the 80 million player, to actually defend the stronghold. He has an hour to clear it out. And if he doesn't want to deal with the constant marching against that tile or against that garrison, then he may call in extra help, and that's what he's trying to do, is trying to get 3 or 4 people in there instead of just 1 or 2. Hopefully catch people slipping. But that's what I would do. That's what I'd be doing. Yeah, I mean, considering how much gold is going to be spent on repairing and just healing. Just healing alone, it just warrants spending 30,000 gold just jumping around and fucking people up. But they're not doing it. They're not doing it yet. I'm sure Doug could tell us what's going on. Doug, what are you guys up to? What's the plan here? Go back into Doug's game. Doug is such a good name. Such a good, wholesome, easy name to pronounce. We don't have to come up with a weird abbreviation for it. We don't have to call him G or 2016 or Carito. Carito's a good name. We can use Carito. Alright, let's see what we got going on in here. SSS is just, holding strong. Looks like this guy, 152 million. This is not Gan. But he got hit. We don't know how hard he got hit, but he did get hit. 91 million. God, these players are huge. Lyle's just hanging out. Doug, what are we doing? Let's make it interesting. We're going to jump on Discord here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. I'm getting some basic questions. If you have any questions about the game or anything comes up, just jump into one of my channels, hit the comments, and ask your question. It'll notify me on my phone, and usually between playing the game and messing around, I'll get to my YouTube comments and reply to people and interact. So if you have any questions, I may not know the answer, but I'm sure I know someone who can give you a good guess. So feel free to do that. Uh-oh. What was that? Uh-oh. 111 million is going around zeroing. Oh, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. If you don't have a big enough ranger army, ranger meat shield, you can get zeroed. That was a big hit on a 90 million player. Let's check the WoW score. WoW score. Did points exchange? Nope. No points exchanged. Okay, so might have been rangers into rangers and black holes into, who knows. Definitely lost. There was definitely some troops killed, but rangers don't give points, and he probably hit the meat shield. Oh, he's still going. Hey. Now the other guy jumped. Okay, so they're paying attention. Doug, do we have a name for this guy? What's this guy's name? 4 Chinese symbols. I don't know. Mr. 111, right? Is that what we agreed to call him? Mr. 111? Alright, Mr. 111's jumping around. Oh! Looks like this guy may be sending to... Oh, was he garrisoning or was he attacking? Yeah, the whole massacre thing kind of sucks. You know, you can win tactically, you can get lucky in fights and take an advantage, but if somebody just wants to spend gold and jump around and mess you up and they send full march at you, you might be able to kill some troops with black holes and stuff, but if they zero you, your army value going into this is probably going to be more than what your black hole is going to do on one of their main marches. So you can only defend so much without just having to leave the GB and going, okay, if you want to win, you've got to put a guy in the stronghold and then I'll come back and defend it. And of course you'll come back and defend it and they start jumping around at you. And as you jump around, it pulls troops out of the garrison. So if you want to clear a garrison, as you march, they can be sending their arcs at you to try and zero you. It's pretty nasty, and it's hard to see live in my kind of a stream because the game doesn't refresh fast enough. So I'll do a first-person perspective playoffs when the next season comes around. I did a lot this season. If you want to look at my older stream, you can see some first-person stuff. But yeah, where are we at? Well, Mr. 111 is back on his side, so either he got hit or he intentionally warped. Let's see. The score is the same. Alright, so we'll jump back into the ZHW game. Let's see. Well, looks like UMC's holding it down. ZHW's kicking back. Well, not much action there. So did you guys know if I played music in the background, YouTube would pick it up and actually flag it on my account? It would email me to let me know it was a copyright infringement. Pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. Pretty cool though too, I guess. Pretty smart technology. Anyone building anything interesting? Ooh. Anyone got any tier 11? No, just Rangers. Alright, while we wait for something to happen here, let's take care of our own self. Let's take care of our own self here. What do we gotta do? Nope. I just know it. Someone's watching this stream that's on my server, and they're gonna start attacking my tiles. Just to interrupt the stream. Your tile's under attack. Watch. I just know it. Alright, so there's a 13. This is how I farm. I throw all Rangers up, then a couple tier 2, get some Awakenings off, and let my research and hull and gear do the rest. So, I'm not looking for anything spectacular. 12 tiles will do. Yep, that's right. Golem and Stella are my farming commanders. I never thought that's how this game would have turned out, but that's what happened. Well. Ooh, better not do that. Okay. Alright, let's jump back into the stream here. Give them all away. My locations? Well, luckily, the people that used to snipe my stream are now the people I'm in the guild with, so I don't have to worry about that too much. I have one of my old streams, I'm sitting there streaming, and just like, middle of the stream, your tile's under attack, and it's fucking Milkman. Ah, he was such a dick back then. That's what happens. See, if you want to be an asshole, and you want to zero people, just remember, those players that are worth zeroing because they're totally annoying and they're all over your shit, once they get zeroed, and now that tier suppression's out, all they have to do is just get 3 troops per commander they have, and they can hide them away in a rally, and they can just start harassing and leave unshielded all the time. And man, do they make it impossible to farm tiles overnight. They'll just log in, attack 20 times, set some rallies and hide for a few hours, come back. Oh man, it's the worst. So it's better to make friends instead of enemies in this game if you can. Depending on what you're trying to do. I mean, if you just want to be the asshole, then yeah, go nuts, definitely. Have a good time. That's what this game is for. Unchecked aggression. Does everyone have those players in their server? Like, some of the players that used to be like really toxic and like hard to be in guilds with because they're always breaking alliances and kind of being assholes. Over time, like, they kind of fall into the rhythm of realizing, like, okay, I want to play this game, and I want to play it the way I want to play it, but, you know, I realize I'm not going to be able to have any friends or be in a good guild if I keep this attitude up. So, like, the players they used to be are much different than the players they are now. Yeah, I'm in a guild with a couple of those guys. Although the player I'm talking about, I won't call him out. He's much quieter than he used to be. He used to be far more vocal, getting in a lot more fights. But, yeah, he's quiet now. But, so, still nothing here on this live stream. Kind of a lull in the action. Wish we had something. I'm going to jump onto my other account, and I'm going to pause the stream while I do it so I don't share any information. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. I just don't want to share all of my linked Gmail accounts to everyone that watches this video in the future. And I certainly don't want to have to go back and edit it, because that is a pain in the ass. If you watch any of my videos, you'll know I do my best to avoid editing at all costs. Everything in one take, boys and girls. One take. Oh, is that more points? 381? 485? No, maybe not. Well, nothing happening here. We'll jump into the WoW game. Still kind of a low-scoring game here. Any bad attack can change it all up. And then, Doug, talk to me, Doug. What's going on over here? What are you guys planning on doing? I know you guys play a little more smaller, tight-knit group. Fewer guys getting in on the action and dictating things. What's the plan? I see someone going around trying to zero people. Same guy? No. 87 million. So the massacring continues. Alright. I agree with that decision. Uh-oh, we got a scout going off. He's like, maybe he's attacking and trying to bait him in. Oh, he's warping. Did he jump or did he warp? Did he jump or did he warp? He might have warped. I doubt he got speed hit. We should have seen at least something there. No, that's 111. What's this guy doing? Got his Ares hull on. He's like, hell yeah, I'm in the round of 8. Fighting. 152 million. Good lord. Alright. Should we jump into the replays? Let's see what kind of replays we got. Was that the big battle there? Was that the big player? I think it was. I thought that was a scout. He might have speed marched it. Is it a black hole? Might be a black hole. I think you remembered the black hole. So defender's advantage. He sent Stella all rangers to try to zero him. Or whatever, tried to massacre him, not zero him. I tried to zero him. Alright, Stella is doing her thing. Level 60, dizzy. Lower that accuracy, baby. Alright, here comes the black hole. Is there a black hole? Yeah! Oh! No way! Oh, that was a fail. That was a hard fail. Stella accidentally killed him. That would have been a decent black hole, too. He'd have gotten level 4. He'd have gotten 2 per slots of 4 total. And this is a low-scoring game, is it? Is this the low-scoring one? I think so. And that would have been, that would have been like 40,000 points. That wouldn't have been enough, but that would have gotten him close. That would have gotten him close. Let's see, where are we at points-wise? Oh, we got to give away 20,000 more. Okay. 20,000 more? Was it 20,100 more? No. It's 18,100. Okay. Who's it gonna be? Let's see. 18,100. Who do we know? We got Doug. Going to Doug. Oh, this is a disgusting replay. Rogers, infantry. At least it's all 6 slots, even though they don't trigger, just the principle. Alright, 18,100. 12,000. 14,000. 16,000. 18,100. And if I did it right, I will have a new piece of mail. Ta-da! Okay. Alright, so now that we've gotten our rewards from both galactic battles, we've given away all the medals, we have seen all the fights that got us here, and there is just a lull in the action. So let's do a recap of what's gone on in the WoW game. WoW started off with a lead because they caught that tier 11 march with Plasma, was it? Plasma Stella? No, that was the one that cost him it. So the first march was... It wasn't this one. What was the WoW game? The WoW game started with... I remember that first fight. It wasn't the tier 11 fight, that was the other battle. How did WoW get the lead? Well, they had the lead, then they lost it. Now WoW is on the offensive. They have... And they only lost by a few points. There was not a major point exchange either. Still within 80,000 or so. And now WoW is supposed to be on the offense. WoW is supposed to be either taking the capital or attacking and massacring arcs, which is arcs. It looks like that's something they were trying to do, but maybe that fell by the wayside. First it was Mr. 111 here, and then just recently we saw the 84 million point guy. And he lost that march to the to Stella that we just saw the replay over 87 million. So that's what's going on. WoW's made some moves to try to get it back. It hasn't worked out, and now we're just waiting. So here's the other battlefields. Oh, here's something interesting. So the playoffs server, I think it all takes place on one server, because if you look at the tile number, you can't see it. So it actually goes like this. It's a grid pattern. This is tile 1-1. This is tile 1-2. This is tile 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, and it's, I think, what is it, 24 by 24, something like that. Actually, no, it's taller than it is wider. But anyway, next to it are other maps. So this one says unavailable. If you do it on your own map, it'll tell you what server you're looking at. You can actually see other people's server by just going next to your own map. And let's see what this one is. Unavailable? Nothing there. If it's not saying unavailable, it might just be an empty map. So they populate it when the time comes. If we're lucky, maybe we'll see the other GB going on at the same time. That'd be kind of cool. I don't think we will, though. That would be a little too laggy. Okay, well, Anyway. Yeah, Doug, you got to work the audience, man. Talk to the people. Let them know you're paying attention. That might be the difference when someone jumps in to give a medal away. They're just like, oh, that guy's talking. I'll give him one. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Well, can't see that because we're not in our server. So let's jump back to the other game. Oh, you know what? Let's look at these replays real quick. Let's see if anything good happened. No. Alright, so this game, WoW game, is not going so great. ZHB game's going a little better. We got to see those tier 11. ZHW, excuse me. There we go. So they're 100,000 points apart. That's quite a bit. That was from the tier 10 Golem fight that they won't share because it was kind of a blunder. The guy who won it did end up scoring more points. So he should have shared that replay. I'm surprised he didn't. So let's see what the most recent replay was. Mr. So. Mr. So. Oh, it's that beautiful bullet. I'd be mad because it was a ranger-only fight, but it's that bullet, so we're good. Alright, let's go back to the top here. Maybe get that tier 11 replay in. What do we think of those? Kind of funny looking, you know? And we don't know what it looks like when there's multiples. Sometimes, you know, if there's infantry, you can have like 2 or 3 per slot. So maybe they're different when there's 3 of them. Kind of funny looking. Not very cool looking. Tier 11 is very purple and neon. Kind of like a pastel purple-green theme they're doing. Pretty dumb. I don't like it at all. But that's okay. When Tier 12 comes out, at least we'll be able to say, man, it looks a lot better than Tier 11. Okay. Straight wrecking it. Well, the good thing about this game and tonight is we got our first look at Tier 11. Shame on the developers for not releasing like a YouTube patch video of like what's to come. But at least there's players out there making it happen for us. All those chips. A lot of potential there. A lot of potential to score big points that was not capitalized on. That's why you got to speed march those capitals when you see the points there. Admittedly, it's really hard to score on a 454 tier 10 per slot golem, especially if he has first strike. It's very difficult. How do you counter that? 470 tier 10 airships. You would need at least, to be safe, I would say 800 to 900 tier 10 infantry. I would use Stella. I wouldn't risk using Plasma or the X if I didn't have to. You could do it with Plasma. I don't think Golem would crush one-shot that many, but you may get away with proccing Plasma's 40% dodge skill, and then Golem just naturally missing and actually doing a ton of damage to himself. But I would go Stella. Stella, 800 tier 10, nothing else. Which is a hard thing to come up with. That is a tremendous amount of leadership. 200,000 was it? With the math, 200,000. So, I don't know. Anyway, even if you see it, it's hard to speed march it and beat it. But that's kind of where this match is at, man. I you know, as much as I want to sit here and hang out with you guys and show this this battle, since not much is going on, no fights are going on, I'm gonna probably just cut the stream off. And I'll be around for a few more hours. If it starts to get interesting and the action picks up and we can start, you know, dictating on what fights are going down and what they're trying to do to counter it, and if anyone tries to zerg a stronghold, you know, it'll be fun to see how many, you know, big armies clash along the way. Lots of good replays and stuff. But right now, we're not really getting that. We have ZHW who need to go on the offensive, and their attempts to zero other arcs have failed. So they are regrouping and coming up with a new plan. They have 10 more hours to do it, so you know, we may catch some more action later. I'm sure we will. In the last few hours, there's always a little more action. Sometimes they pull it around in the last few hours. And then in this other game, maybe there's something going on. Maybe something interesting. No. Looks like the WoW game is kind of just falling off. So I'll leave the stream open for a couple more minutes here. If anyone has any questions or wants to say anything or whatever, I'm here. But unless we see something here, in the next few minutes. I'm gonna shut it down and enjoy my night. Maybe get on some Rocket League, or yeah, do what I gotta do. So yeah. Yep. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm glad to not have to sit here and watch these games alone, because I do. I watched Season 1 alone. I watched Season 2 alone. Not totally alone in Season 2. I did have 3 people to talk to in a Discord chat. We were watching it live. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. And I wish we had more replays. But hey, you know what? Tonight was a good warm-up. You know what we do here. If you're bored and tomorrow night you want to chime in and tune in and see what we're up to, we're going to have Vera, the #1 player in the world, with an 850k golem, which is going to have over 1,000 tier 11 airships. Maybe a 900k golem now. Who knows? So yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow night, and then the winner of NYC and Chai, or the battle of NYC and Chai, which will be a great fight. NYC has they have a fleet of ships. It's actually impressive just to look at. So yeah, we'll pick it up tomorrow night, assuming it's going to be around the same time, maybe 8 o'clock. If anything, I'll post it online, and or you can just subscribe and it'll let you know when the stream goes live. But I'll maybe even throw it out in the world chat too. But anywho, that's about the end of the stream then. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for supporting our game. And we will see you tomorrow. Yeah.